Hello everyone and welcome back to This Is Real Life. I'm your host Sheri and today is DIY Wednesday. So what are we gonna DIY today? Well, I'll tell you. We are going to try to do a $0 DIY. How is that? How is that even possible, Sheri? I'll tell you. I found this darling little gem on the side of the road. It looks pretty disgusting, but I feel like it's got great potential. It is a little drop leaf side table. Somebody must have had this outside, I'm gathering. I think I can redo it and make it into something great. I'm sure you've been driving down the road, when it's like trash day or whatever. You're like, oh my gosh, what is that? Pull over and stop. One person's trash could be your treasure. And you could most likely, well, we're gonna see today, most likely upcycle it and not spend a dime. Many of us in our garage have leftover paint from whatever project, sandpaper from whatever project, maybe wood filler from whatever project. Take those things and what have you got to lose? Everything's free. If you don't like the way it turned out, you could put it back on the side of the road for someone else or redo it again and see how it turns out again. You're not spending a dime. At least that's the goal for me today. I am out in my garage right now and I am not gonna leave this space. I'm not gonna drive to the Lowe's. I'm not gonna phone a friend and be like, hey, I need sandpaper. If I don't have it, I'm gonna figure out something else. I know for a fact I have sandpaper. I know I've got cans of spray paint. I've got paint that you put on with a brush, the colors, who knows? Who even knows how long we've been there? I feel like with this side table, it's got good bones. It's a little wobbly, it's a little loose, so I'm gonna sand it down, see where the loose areas are, and I'm gonna tighten those up, and then we'll go from there and see what happens. Yeah. I'm excited about it. $0 DIY, cute little drop leaf side table upcycle. That's what we're doing. Okay, so I just wanted to show you how great this little table was that I found on the side of the road. Oh, the weather is really, really bad. It's gonna go really dark, really light. So you can see here that it's drop leaf and it turns into this cute little shape. Now my only thing is how do these little drops stay up? They don't. I mean, this side hinge right here seems pretty stiff, but it still doesn't hold the table up. And this side, not stiff at all. It just drops down. But that's a cute little end table when it's all out like that. I like the idea of it being drop leaf, but I might permanently fix it up so that it's not drop leaf. I think that's cuter. It would be nice to be able to have it drop leaf, but we've only got what we've got in my garage to fix this. So yeah. So you can see it's a little wobbly, but we'll fix that. Not a big deal. But I just wanted to show you oh my God, there's a price under here. It was $29.50. There's some interesting stencil work underneath this paint, and it looks like the top was stenciled with maybe a checkerboard pattern. There is some lovely ivy stencil here. That's all coming off. Whoever bought this originally paid $29.50. I am gonna redo it and make it look even more fabulous for $0.00. First step is sanding all this shit off so I can see what I'm working with. Okay, so my palm sander is fashioned with 80 grit sandpaper, and I hope this does the trick because that's what I had in my cabinet back there. I only have 2 sheets left. I didn't go through the entire cabinet. That cabinet is a shit show, but I think this is all the sandpaper I have. So if I'm doing it for $0, we're gonna have to make this work. So I'm gonna sand the shit out of this thing right now. Here we go. Okay, so right away, I'm revealing this lovely checkerboard pattern, which is kind of cute if you were gonna use it as a checkerboard, but I'm not, so I'm gonna sand it away. So I've been sanding it, and as I'm sanding it, it is getting way more wobbly. So I've gotten the top sanded pretty good. The blue paint is serious. It stained the top of this. If I had any intentions, which I didn't, of staining it, I wouldn't be able to do it unless I went and got some actual paint remover, but I can't do that because This is a $0 upcycle, and I don't have paint remover in this garage, so I'm going to just have to paint it. As I've been going along sanding and trying to sand the sides, I got this one pretty much done. The table is becoming more and more wobbly. So I am deciding to take it apart because I'm gonna have to repair the wobbliness anyway, so I might as well just take it apart now, so it makes it easier for me to sand the individual parts just laid out on my garage floor. And then when I put it back together, hopefully I can make it so it's sturdy, because right now it's like there's an earthquake in my garage. But it's not, it's just my table that I found on the side of the road. So I'm gonna take it all apart and then I'm gonna sand it. Okay, so I've gotten both of the drop leaf sides off by taking out the screws to these hinges. I'm gonna have to say, even though some of these are rusty as fuck, I'm hoping that I can just clean them off and reuse them, because I don't have hinges like this in my cabinet. If I can't, then I'm going to have to figure out a way to keep those drop leaf sides up by nailing like a spare piece of wood underneath or something. But I'm saving these because I'm gonna need to reuse all of these little screws and all of these little hinges. So hopefully they work when I put this table back together. So I'm almost done taking the table apart, and I came across this. It looks like this part broke off of the table, and whoever had it before decided, oh, I'll just fix it by putting a screw right here. No, I'm hoping that I have some wood glue in my cabinet so that I can unscrew this and fix it properly. But if I don't, I may have to leave that screw in there and just paint over the top of it. Yeah, whoopsie. That was broken. I'm gonna leave the screw in for now while I'm sanding it until I figure out if I have some wood glue in that hideous. I see some, but I don't know. We'll see. I have sanded every single piece, as sanded as it's gonna get. The blue paint and the weird ivy stencil was rather hard to get off. I got a majority of the paint off, but I can still see like the checkerboard pattern in the wood. I know I'm painting it, so I don't care. The boards are smooth. Everything is looking good. The only thing that fell apart on me while I was sanding was that piece that someone tried to repair. I found this liquid nails, Wood Projects Repair Adhesive. I hope it is not all dried up. It looks like it's dried up. Yeah, I don't think anything's coming out of there. I'm gonna have to find something else. I found this Gorilla Glue that is hard as an effing rock. I almost literally put this back in the cabinet. On a positive note, I did find this Gorilla Glue, and it's super glue, and it's still in the package, so that's promising. It bonds plastic, wood, metal, ceramic, rubber, and more. Who knows? I mean, I'm taking it right out of the package. Okay, but it's not moving. Jeez Louise, how many hardened fucking wood glues does one person need in their cabinet? This one's hard as a rock too. I'm gonna have to go on a hunt for wood glue because this is $0, and if I don't have wood glue to glue this piece on, I don't know. I'll have to go find something. So let me go find something. Aha, we are in luck. I found this in the laundry room. All-purpose adhesive sealant, 100% silicone. It says it's aquarium safe. It says it's all-purpose sealant. I'm taking all-purpose to mean all-purpose because guess what? It's squishy. It's not hard as a rock. So this is the side of the board that you would look at. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put this glue on, and then to hold it there to dry, I'm actually gonna stick a couple of staples in it, which I can pull out after it is all dry. Who knows if this will work? I'm gonna put a bead of the glue there. I have no idea if this will hold this, but it's all I've got. I'm gonna go ahead and stick some staples in here. I think that's good. It's being held in place until this dries. I found some wood filler in the cabinet, so we're just gonna fill that gap in and then we'll sand it down. this glue seems to be doing its job. I'm probably going to go put the table back together now. I have been soaking all the rusty screws and hinges in Dawn. It's not like I have any rust remover, and Dawn gets the oil off of the baby chicks. Maybe it will do the same for rusty hinges and screws. All of that is in the kitchen, so I'm gonna go rinse that off, bring it out here, and put this table back together. Yeah, Dawn may get the oil off of the baby chicks, but it doesn't get the rust off of the hinges. My hinges are still rusty, but I don't have a choice. I've got to use them because I have nothing else to hold this table together with. That's okay. I'm going to use my rusty hinges and my nails to put the table back together. And then I also decided that I'm going to use a little bit of this in every joint. So hopefully the table wobbliness goes away with the combination of this plus me putting it back together again. Yeah, so yeah. Okay, so she is back together and she's looking super cute. She's a little wobbly, but I feel that's just because the glue isn't all the way dry yet, but she's not nearly as wobbly as she was when we started. That is good. The drop leaves are kind of like, if I push them down, they'll stay down, but they don't stay all the way up. I love that tabletop shape, so I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know if I'm gonna do it like this or if I'm gonna do it like this. I mean, you can't put very much on a table when it's like this. Although I think this looks cute and it would be perfect tucked next to a couch or something. That's just so cute too. I just can't decide. I think I'm gonna rig it so that it doesn't drop leaf. Just going to find some scrap board, screw it to the underneath, and then the table will stay like this all the time because it's just cute and it will hold more. So that's what I'm gonna go find right now. So in searching my scrap wood pile over there, I found this piece of wood here. Might be a little bit too short, but it does reach all the way across. And I'm hoping that by putting just one piece down the center of the table, like that, and screwing in here and in the center and in here, that it will hold my drop leaves up. The biggest task was finding screws that would go through this piece of wood and into my tabletop, but not through my tabletop. I got my electric screwdriver and I'm gonna put some glue on the bottom of that board. I'm gonna screw it in and we'll see what happens. I'm hoping when I turn this table over that these screws aren't poking through the top. Okay, it's really sturdy underneath, but here's the moment of truth. Let's flip it over and see what the hell happens. Ooh, ooh. Oh my gosh. Okay. They're not that secure. Okay, but that's okay. We can fix this. We can remedy this. This one especially is not that sturdy. Well, they're both not that sturdy. I don't know if I can screw it in a little tighter. I was nervous that I was going to go through the top, but let me see if I can screw it in a little bit tighter. Oh, that actually worked. Yay! Oh, hell yeah. That's pretty cute. Okay, that's looking cute. I don't even mind the gaps where the drop leaf was. Most people might feel like they need to wood filler it in. I like it. That's character, I think. I think this is darling. And these are staying up pretty nice. I think it's good. Like, oh yeah, that's a lot of my weight. That's not going anywhere. Oh, that's cute. Now that these are all on together, I might re-sand the top just as a whole one more time before I paint it. Okay, it is cold. I am not painting this motherfucker today. It is hella cold outside. I'm freezing. So I think I'm just gonna call it a day for today on this. and then get in the house where it's warm. So far, so good, and $0 have been spent. And look at how cute it is. I'm super excited. Perfect! Painting up next. So now it is time to paint this puppy, and I am super excited. Let's hope I have some paint over there to paint this sucker. Otherwise, finished project, yay! Let's go find some paint. So here is the paint shelf. You can see I definitely have a lot of paint. I just don't know how much I have of everything. I'm not gonna do chalk paint, even though that might be kind of cute. I'd love to just spray paint this sucker and call it a day. Ooh, I have this, no, there's not enough of that. There's a lot of red. Do I want a red table? Ooh, gray might be kind of nice. And the good news is I have some gloss clear coat too. And then as far as rolling it on, it's like a blue. Oh man, I really wanted orange for some reason. So we've got like a yellowy, we can either do white, but boring. Okay, I think I might have it. What if I first did a thin coat of this black and then did gray over it and then maybe like distressed it a little bit? I kind of want to do it a color. I guess I'm gonna have to roll it on, which is not what I wanted to do. What a decision. The gray is just looking so lovely to me because it'd be easy because it's spray paint. I guess the first question I ask myself is, where am I putting this damn table? Maybe I just do white. I have a lot of white. Okay, maybe I'll do white, spray coat of black on there, then do white, and then distress it. Okay, I think that's what I'll do. Ooh, and this is a white satin. That's even greater. Oh, and then I've got some clear. Perfect. Okay, let's do that. Okay, I have everything ready to go. I'm gonna start with black. It's just my garage floor. I don't put anything down. I just spray paint right on my garage floor. I've been doing it for years. As you might be able to see, all the spray paint marks, since I never covered my floor before, I don't know why I would start now. So here we go. Let's spray paint. I'm gonna flip it over and get the underneath first so that I can turn it back on its right side and get the top. Oh my God, why do they make paint can lids so hard to get off? Finally. Shaking this really well because I don't know how long it's been sitting in that cupboard. Light coat of black all over so that we can distress it and the black will show through. I think I have a nice enough coat on the underside of the black. Now I'm gonna wait like 4 minutes. Light coats of spray paint tend to dry pretty fast. Like, okay, that's not exactly dry, but it's almost dry. And then I'm gonna flip it and then spray the top. I did flip it. It was a little bit wet still, but oh well. I need to get to spraying the top, so that's what I'm gonna do. I know when you paint, they always say go in long, even strokes. Ain't nobody got time for that. And plus, this isn't my final coat, so I'm just going willy-nilly. I just want my edges like really good so that I don't sand off the black when I'm trying to sand off the white. Okay, we're calling that done with the black. I'm contemplating the white. I have this, but it just says interior, exterior, fast dry, white. It doesn't say like the finish of it. This one seems very, very full, and it says gloss white, but I don't want the table gloss white. This one seems full-ish, and it says satin white, but I'm nervous that if I start with this and I run out, then what do I do? You know what, paint makers? Can you put like a little clear window right here so we can see how much paint is left? That would be helpful, especially when you're trying to do a project for $0 and you can't go to the store and buy more. I don't want to use this gloss white at all. Maybe I'll just spray really quick with this. Generic, we have no idea. Gloss, semi-gloss, satin, just to get like a coat on it and then come back with this because together these seem like they might do it, and just cross my fingers that I don't run out of this before I am done spray painting the table. So the black is dry and we are ready to start with our first coat of white. I'm not gonna flip it back over and do the underside white. I'm just gonna like try to get as much of the underside white without flipping it because I don't want to ruin the top now. And if someone wants to lay down on my floor and look up underneath and see that I didn't get the whole underside white, they deserve to see what they see. Oh no. Okay, well, this first can of white all of a sudden just stopped spraying. There's still paint in there, but it won't spray. Great. Okay, hopefully there's enough of this, or this table's gonna be gloss white. Okay, well, this right away covers better than that generic ass shit, so I'm happy with that. What is happening to all my paint cans? Oh my God, look. This one won't spray either. What is happening? There's so much paint in here. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Is it the nozzle part? Okay, I'm gonna try to replace the nozzle with another nozzle from another spray paint can and see if that helps. Because come on, there's so much paint in here. Changing the nozzle did not help. It like wants to come out, but it's leaving dots. Okay, it's okay. It's a $0 DIY, and I have a can of white paint. It's gloss white, but it's white nonetheless. Okay, in round 3 of the white paint. Come on, gloss white. Okay, I don't want to jinx it. Don't want to jinx it. So far, so good. We're gonna keep going with this white. Okay, so yeah, it's a good thing that the plan was to distress the table because my white has run out. I almost got the whole thing done. There's a little bit here on this leg, but the very disappointing part, I don't know if you can tell, but right here, this whole bottom inside of the leg did not get white on it at all. That's just how it's gonna have to be. I toyed with, since it's underneath, just hitting it with a little ivory so it wasn't so black. But then I'm just nervous that I'll just fuck the whole thing up. So the inside of that leg's just gonna be a little bit blacker. Now we're waiting for this to dry and then we can distress it. And all of these problems are just gonna go right away because that's what distressing does. It takes away all the mistakes. It makes everything look purposeful. So yay for that. Okay, while the table is probably not as dry as it should be because it is cold and rainy and damp outside, I want to sand it. So I went into the cupboard. As you know, I used almost all of my 80 grit sandpaper on sanding this thing, but I think this might be too rough. So then I found some remnants, you know, half used, half not used, 220 grit. So I'm gonna see what happens if I start to lightly sand it. It's a little tacky in certain areas, but it's dry for the most part, but let's see. Ooh, that's looking nice. Lightly sand. Because the white didn't all the way cover, there is black showing through already. So I just wanna hit the edges, like in the natural wear spots where it's an antique, it's vintage over time, you know, where people might have dinged it up a little. I'm just gonna go around here, hand sanding. And again, if we don't like how it looks, so far we haven't spent a dime, so I can slap another coat of paint on it from a can if I want to. So I changed my mind because the 220 was going way too slow. So I went for the big guns with my 80 grit and I'm just going in certain areas to really like get that black showing through on the edges. I think the 80 grit's gonna give me what I need. So I'm gonna continue to do that and we'll see what happens. So once you get going on distressing, it's like almost kind of hard to stop. I definitely took it down to more than I thought I was going to do, but I'm loving it. Plus I had to make up for the lack of white paint on the inside of that leg. Yeah, but I'm kind of digging it. It is still a little bit tacky, but that's not bothering me. So I think I'm done with the legs. I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. I think that looks pretty nice. I think I like the top as it is. And it is important to go with the grain when you are doing distressing, because if you go against, it does end up scratching. Yeah, I think it's looking good. I definitely on the edges went kind of rough on the sanding, and I even took it down to where you can see the wood in some areas. So it looks really vintage now. I'm just gonna roughen up some of these edges a little more, and then we'll be done. I must have done a really good job sanding this down to begin with, because this wood grain is coming through like gangbusters. I love it so much. A couple little more swipes right there. Yeah. Oh my gosh, it is so cute. I am loving it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to wipe all this paint dust, sawdust off. So I'm gonna wipe that all down, and then I'm gonna put a clear coat over it, and then it will be officially done. I can't wait to take it inside so you can see it in way better lighting. You're gonna be jealous. And then you're gonna say, I gotta start looking on the side of the road for shit like this that I can redo for $0. Let's not forget. I did not spend a dime refinishing this. It's so good. Okay, clear coat, and then we're done. So I grabbed my clear coat that I had over there, and I can't get the fucking lid off. So maybe we won't clear coat this table, because I seriously cannot get this off. Seriously. Oh, I'm gonna break my nails off. Ow. Oh. I'm underneath. Why? Seriously, spray paint people. Why? Why so hard? Can I just break it off? Why, yes. Hopefully. When all else fails, take a hammer to it. I am gonna lightly go over the top first. That way, if anything goes wrong with this spray paint, I'm mostly concerned with protecting the top. Come on. Ooh, this does not look good. It looks like it's coming out in bubbles. Great. Okay, so it's not coming out smooth at all. I'm gonna spray it, and then I'm probably gonna have to let it dry and then lightly sand it so that it doesn't look like it's speckly. Well, this is what happens when you have paint in your garage, and you just gotta make it work. Light sandpaper will fix it once it's dry. I don't wanna go too heavy because I'm seeing that it's not looking that great. So yeah, I'm not doing the bottom. I'm just gonna do the top and lightly sand it, and then that will be that. I think that's as good as the top is gonna get. I think I'll bring it in the house, then we can see what it looks like all dry. Okay, it is final reveal time. I sprayed that clear coat on the top, and when it was coming out, it was looking like it was gonna be bubbly, and I thought maybe I would have to sand it smooth with a little light grit sandpaper, but once it was all dry, it came out perfectly smooth. So I'm so excited. I didn't have to sand it at all. I've officially brought it into the house, into my guest room / office. And now we can see the final results. Here it is. I just placed it next to my spare bed, and I think it looks darling. As you can see, the top of the table looks so cute with our distressed black spray paint and then white spray paint and lightly sanding. Look at that knot. I just love how cute that looks. And pan down. Oh, so cute. I was gonna turn this to the back, but then that would make the knot be in the back, and I want the knot. This little area here is where I ran out of white spray paint. Can't really see it that bad. Maybe it just looks like a shadow. But I really think that this is amazing. Let's look at the sides. So cute. Oh my gosh. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We made this for $0. I know. It is great. Super smooth on the top. Your trash to treasure table that you found on the side of the road will turn out different than this because you may not have black spray paint and white spray paint in your garage. Maybe yours turns out to be a color. Point of the story is, look what you can do for $0. I think this was a really great find, being able to refinish that piece of crap that I found on the side of the road for $0 and turn it into something that is super cute is amazing. And it didn't take any time at all. I mean, the longest thing that took was waiting for the paint to dry. I mean, I pretty much knocked it out in one afternoon and one evening, but I don't care. It could have taken me 8 million years. I spent $0 on this side table. Nothing. I found it on the side of the road. I used every supply that I had already in my garage. I did not go to the Lowe's and purchase anything. I think this turned out great. See what you can do for no money at all? I don't know what it looked like originally, but I don't think it looked this cute. Now it's in my house, in my spare room, next to my cute little bed for $0. Point of the story is, someone's trash is definitely your treasure, and your treasure for nothing at all. Next time you're driving down the side of the road, don't pass up something that looks like crap, because with a little bit of effort and not that much skill, you can turn it into this, which is amazing. All right, everybody, if you like this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel. Be sure to share this video with your family and friends, and make sure you ring that notification bell, because I am pushing out DIY Wednesday videos every other Wednesday at 5:30 Pacific Standard Time. So if you've got that notification bell rung, you will not miss out on a one. Thanks for hanging out.